You know, I don't really make ArmA update videos, so it takes a pretty big one for me to want to make one, and oh wow, we've got a big one. Reason one is the thermals. We'll get into that a lot in just a moment. Oh, I do notice that man, however, is slightly glitching out. He's meant to be behind a window. There you go. As if you see, if I switch it off, you can see that he is in fact visible, and then invisible. Very cool. But that's not the only reason. In fact, probably the much, much cooler reason is this. Oh god, okay. You can do something thought previously impossible. How the fuck do I get down? Oh. I'm alive. Holy shit. Let me just take a moment and show you what I'm actually playing, because I'm not playing the current build of ArmA, rather I'm playing the release candidate build, 2.10. A release candidate is essentially kind of after the beta. Sometimes it's called a beta, but you know, it's after the beta generally, and it's seen as the thing that they're probably going to release. They just need to check for bugs and make sure that it's all okay and is it good to go kind of thing. And there's actually some really big changes in this one. This one is wild. Oh my god. Thermal imagery enhancements are huge, but editing terrain height maps is massive. Finally getting actually, you know, the chance to use that is pretty huge. So, we're going to go over that first. I actually show that off in just a moment. This is using the set terrain height command, which you can find out more about on the wiki. Obviously, there's not going to be much information or many examples yet because it's a command that isn't even in the actual game yet. It's just currently in the testing. I'm going to go over the terrain stuff first because it's what I've got less to show of, but is also still like wildly important. So we're going to want to adjust it to about 30, I think. Oh, okay, that has actually raised the terrain. Right, now, so here's the big reason why. If we can see 30, okay, so let's bring 30 down. Let's maybe go to like 27. Well, that's not low enough. Let's go 23. Okay, let's go like 18. There we go. Okay, so this is what we're talking about. So a big problem that ArmA's had is that the terrain is not dynamically editable normally. And obviously, you know, that means that you can't do something like flattening terrain where you need a runway, or you can't, you know, maybe make a hill where you want a hill, right, for example? But the big one, the one that we've always struggled with, is when you can't dig a real trench. See, now I'm in an actual trench. I have this little bit of earth in front of me, and I can pop my head out and, you know, go up and down. Obviously, I don't want to make it this size of the massive grouping that I've made here, but I think I can adjust my parameters. Let me see if I can make like a little trench, just like pretty much ahead of where I'm stood. Having screwed around with a script forever and a day, let me try this. And there we go, we have a little trench. I think this is the smallest we might be able to make terrain deformation. To explain what I mean about terrain deformation, in ArmA, there is essentially a map cell system where the bigger the map is, the less detail you can have in the terrain, generally. So it's like, you know, as you can see here, right, imagine we have a flat bit of earth, and it's, you know, it's going flat, and then it has to start turning here, and turns, and there you go, it comes down to here. So on a really small terrain, you could have a really smooth hill that rolled sharply and quickly, and you could have, you know, really sort of advanced rolling terrain. But on bigger terrains, and on, you know, the larger the map is, the more likely that your terrain is to just be kind of flat, or at least to take a long period of time to you know, so gain altitude, or make changes. Essentially, it's about like the length of horizontal travel that you have to do for every change that you want to make. Just pulled up this old forum, and as you can see here, Altus has a cell size of 7.5, while Stratus has a cell size of 4. So there you go, that's going to be one of the limitations. But still, it is an actual genuine trench that I'm stood in, and vehicles will fall into, and you can, you know, you can do vehicle pits, and you can do a squad trench. This is about you know, at least it's a fire team's trench, this one. You know, it's not like a personal foxhole, but you can do it. It's amazing. This is incredible. And I fully expect there to be a mod within like 5 minutes that is going to take advantage of this the moment it releases. Alright, on to thermals. First of all, I'll cut in some footage of old ArmA to show you what normal ArmA 3 thermals looks like, and also tell you that in Acadian, very often we just completely disable thermals in operations. In fact, in the vast majority of operations, that's the case, because they make the game quite unfun. I'm not joking when I say that the biggest thing that keeps the AI alive and therefore able to threaten the players in a game of ArmA is just not being seen. So the changes are highly appreciated. Here we go, you can see that there are, in fact, multiple Blue 4 boys in this town. There is a wall there. I'll go behind that later, don't worry. And yeah, but you can see that they're not the only things that emit heat. You know, other things in the world actually have heat on them. You know, the trees are hot, and if you can stand kind of like, Where is it? There you go. If you stand here, you may not be able to see, but in thermals, it kind of looks all a bit blurred together. He's moving his head, so he's a little obvious, but if you switch to normal, you can see there's actually just a helicopter pilot stood in front of a tree. So there you go. You can watch the vehicle get hot. Oh, that's very cool. Oh, that's very cool. Oh, did they turn their engine off? Am I going to watch the vehicle cool down now? Oh my god, thank you, AI. I didn't even have to tell you to do that. That's very cool. But there you go. The first vehicle has no one in it. The second vehicle has people in it, but we can't see them because of the glass. And the third vehicle has been turned on and then turned off. And you can see how the color changes. And yes, it is in fact brighter towards where the engine is. Oh my god, that's cool. So another thing to show as well, the temperature and the facing of the sun affects thermals. It is in fact 12 o'clock, pretty much on the dot. Okay, so we're going to skip time to 1813. And there we go. The thermals have changed. Yeah, it's actually all still pretty dark. That's interesting. Let's, is it because it's overcast as well? Is it because the wall is blocking the heat? No, hold on, let me check. Oh my god, it is. It's because the wall is blocking the light of the sun. So this wall is now hot and very visible on thermals, but everywhere that's actually shaded from being hit by the sun directly is not as visible. Of course, it's not perfect. It's not an actual real simulation of thermals, as you may notice. This should be shaded because of the shadows, but thermals don't seem to care about shadows, which honestly makes sense because, as we know in ArmA 3, the main advantage that ArmA Reforger has is that it actually has good shadows. ArmA 3 shadows are unfortunately not good and only exist to a max of, how far is it? 500 meters? No, maximum of 200 meters. There you go. As you may be able to look to the left, yeah, ArmA 3 shadows not good. There's way too often where you're like, damn, I'm so stealthy and hidden. And then you realize that someone stood 200 meters away from you can very clearly see you just crouch next to a wall. You're not actually in any cover. It's the main advantage that Reforger has, unironically. That is like a huge change for gameplay because it really changes how easy it is to spot players. Which is why I'm very happy for this thermal update, because changes in spotting is huge for Milsim and for ArmA. So we may actually start using thermals in our operations now. At least in operations that weren't already specifically built for thermals. But we're going to wander back over here for the next part of the explanation. Next up, we'll show the boys behind the wall, which are the Op4. So, let me show the Twitter thread, actually. So this is me excited first, and of course you can see a comparison here by ArmA of the old thermals versus the new thermals, you know, same screenshot kind of thing. Very cool, by the way. But yeah, I was like, holy shit, this is amazing. I then took these screenshots. There you go, some nice ones from the little setup earlier. The Chinese soldier has trained for months in the mountains of Xinjiang in order to be able to completely eliminate his body heat. Of course, the downside is that these soldiers can be spotted by looking for where there is no heat, rather than where there is lots. Also, I then, no joke, had a Chinese bot get, like, triggered onto me, which I assume is because I mentioned Chinese soldier, and then he called me an Australian dingo, and so I said, I'll eat your one fucking baby. Very interesting night. I had to explain to him that they are, in fact, do not have Viper suits in real life, and they also are not part of a military alliance known as CSAT. So that was an interesting bot call there. But then I posted this picture, was the main reason I was showing this thread. This photo, which I will show in full. Here we go. There are 4 CSAT Vipers in this picture. I'll show you them in the game once we load back in, but can you see all 4 of them? Please, no, play along at home. Point them out. Pause the video right now. Type the timestamp, whatever, and be like, all right, they're there, and there, right? Give me like, I don't know, give me grid references on the video, okay? Tell me what they're next to, all right? And if you get it right, then what you do, you unpause. We watch where they actually are, and then you can go give yourself an edit to your comment and be like, congratulations, I won or I lost. And if you cheat, we'll know. We'll all know. Actually, as I was about to cut away, turns out Dingo on Twitter has found all 4. Just saw this post, and there you go. He has in fact nailed all 4 of them. There you go. And I said he's correct. So let's go in the game and have a look at that. Over here, we have, of course, number 1. If I show you, there you go, there's number 2. And the reason why these guys are hard to spot, number 3 and 4 in there, is because they're about the same as the terrain. As you can see, the terrain looks like that, and they look like that. So it's one of the few places where, because they're in the grass, they actually blend in really well. But if you just take your thermals off, they become quite obvious. As you can see, That just looks kind of like a dirt or a hill. Dirt or a hill. What? Yeah, like just part of the fence or something. That's a little weird. Whatever. Maybe it's a bit of a rock or something. Yeah, little wacky. And there you go. That guy over there looks like part of the terrain. Actually, if I don't zoom in, he looks quite nice. And boop. Oh, managed to blind myself. Thanks. Boop. 2 very obvious CSAT soldiers. Anyway, I really like this actually. This is really, really cool. I love the changes. There's temperature changes. There's so much stuff here to... Talk back to me, boy. Damn fool thing to do. I'm the one who set you to forced hold fire. Don't you talk back to your master. Right, as I was saying. Anyway, very cool shit. I love that you, like, actually hiding from thermals is a pretty, like, reasonable, possible thing that you can do now. Look, if they, you know what? We need a mod that adds, and I say this as I'm like thinking, how would I add this myself? But in Generation Kill, they come across an Iraqi, I think he's like a partisan or, like, you know, like obviously like a guerrilla, an irregular, and he's just like lying in a hole like this with his machine gun out and a blanket draped over him to hide him from IR. Which, you know what? So the first person to add, like, you know, cloaks you can throw on your back or like blankets you can throw over your head, quick deploy camo systems and shit to hide from thermals. I think thermals have just gotten really, really, really fun to use in ArmA. So yeah, I'm really excited. I hope you guys all enjoyed. That's pretty much all I wanted to talk. Ah, wait, no it isn't. Hang on, there is one more thing I wanted to test. Here you go. There we go, this is what I had to test, which is vehicle thermals and distance. So, looks like it only renders out to object distance, which makes sense considering it's objects that are making the, what's called, producing this effect. Hey, I better not crash, better turn that auto hover on. But apart from that, within object view distance, oh look, you can see little seagulls on thermals. It actually looks pretty decent. I'm like, I don't know what's going on over there. That looks a little weird, but yeah, this is good. It's good because before the problem was with ArmA, you'd fly along. This is genuinely the main reason thermals were banned is aircraft. Because you get in an aircraft and you turn thermals on in ArmA and you can just see everything. And it was really boring to just play point and shoot with thermals on these or on ground vehicles. You just point thermals at a place and slowly laser range, point, shoot, laser range, point, shoot, laser range, just on repeat. And it becomes very boring and the AI all die quickly. But this, the trees actually produce enough visual clutter that it's not so easy to immediately go, oh shit, that's a guy. Actually, that's me. I can only see that guy because, okay, I see. Ah, right, that's because of terrain melding. Okay, so this is a thing that ArmA does where people sink into the terrain at distance in order to simulate the fact that he's actually covered up by grass. So because when I was closer, right, he would be obscured by the grass. But because there's no grass, obviously, when I'm rendering it, like, you know, God, how far is this actually? 400 meters. What? Huh? Man, grass drops off at a way closer distance than I thought. I thought it would be at least like 600 meters. Anyway, because of that, he sinks slightly into the terrain. Interestingly enough, though, the CSAT Vipers do seem to have less of an advantage from range. I think because I'm not rendering the grass and all the small objects that, you know, my man, yeah, my man would be. Yeah, they're a lot more obvious because they're standing out against just pure black ground alone and nothing else. And they're not actually pure black right now. They are pretty dark, but they're not as dark as the dirt is. Oh, that was fucking cool. Damn, that was cool. That's the lot for now. Thank you all for watching. I don't normally do these, but I was really, really excited to show these and share these because this stuff is just incredibly cool. Let's build a tower to heaven, shall we? Oh God. Okay, I think I broke my game. I am currently traveling at 1,411,799 kilometers per hour at the altitude 320. I'm gonna leave you guys there for now. Oh. Okay, I'm gonna tell you that they wrote "use with care" in the patch notes, and I did not follow their instructions. Do I press Zeus and hope it like frees me from this agony? I have done so. Where did I go? Oh no. Oh no, I'm not even off the map. I'm off the map further than I could possibly be. I think I may have gone further than any human has ever gone before into the ArmA 3 void. Oh no. Oh, I'm so... Let me just, pause the game real quick and just go... If I could have 5 seconds of frames. Get pause player. Oh. Oh my god, what happened to- wait, never mind, I have thermals on. I thought Altus became, like, Dark Altus. I've returned to, you know, Missing No Town. Anyway, I wanted to find the spike I built. Oh no! Oh, it is the drill that will pierce the heavens. Oh god, it's a bit fucked. Let me just try once more. This time I'll be... Oh. I was still traveling. How am I alive? Okay. The game did not like me doing that. I tried to move and it decided I was not done. I was not done flying across the map. This is actually crazy good fun. All right, let's try 1,000, but this time I'm gonna try and increase the area to like 100 by 100. Let's see if this still kicks me into the stratosphere. Oh, okay, not so much. Not quite so much. Let me climb to the top. Here we, oh god, it's still very unreliable. But I think I'm up here. Oh, that's not normal. Yeah. Okay. But, yeah, I am on top of the world. Here we go. I brought some concrete slabs with me. Let me just very cautiously stand on the edge. And, there we go. If I look all the way down there. I didn't even see it land. Let me see how far a grenade gets. Wow, that just didn't even get close, actually. Pretty far up, huh? Uh-oh. I run up the pillar, and then I flung myself away from it. That wasn't what I wanted to do. I look like the ground to you. So, if you want to use this release candidate, you go to your Steam, you go to your ArmA 3, you go to Properties, you go to Betas, then you're going to need the beta access code, which if we go back to here and go back to the branch announcement, here we go. Here you can see the code is ArmA 3 Update 210RC. So you go back, you put that into there, and you check the code, and it's going to say beta unlocked, and then you will see the RC candidate, release candidate build. RC candidate, Jesus Christ. ATM machine. Anyway, alright, we're going to wrap that up there for now. Thank you all for watching. I'm sorry there's been a bit of a gap between videos, but I've been in a bit of a shit state recently. Hopefully things will be improving soon, and I'll be getting it back to I'm working on a TwitchCon video right now. That's the main thing I want to finish first. But, run into more than a few problems here and there, one of which is actually just my sleep schedule being utterly fucking ruined by traveling to Europe. When I traveled back, the first day I woke up at like 5 p.m., and I've been living near nocturnally, and that's not good. Anyway, I'm gonna go hang out with my little boy. Yeah, I totally agree, mate. You wanna, did I tap you on the shoulder? Ah, fuck, I didn't leave Ace on, did I? What a silly boy I was. Alright, I'll see you all next time.